Welcome back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. Welcoming back all my cosmic followers here. Are you in for a treat? Yes, yours truly was able to get his hands on two figures by Super 7. And the front here, these are 3 3/4 inch. We've got Biotron. We've got Baron Karza. We will talk about that in a minute. Again, welcoming everyone back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. If you are new to the channel, we talk about action figures, we talk about vehicles, we talk about playsets, we talk about Pokemon cards, we talk about the coolest collectibles here on the YouTubesphere. If you are new to my channel and you have not subscribed, please do so because that definitely helps the channel. Doing this always helps the channel. Thank you very much. Checking out the links in the description. Got an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts and also paperback books. I've been stocking up very heavily to appease the eBay buyers out there. When I do make a sale here in the Dark Cosmic Universe, I bring that money right back here, find some stuff to review, and give you guys videos just like this to have fun with. Don't forget, if you are subscribed to the Dark Cosmic Universe, please activate that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video. Also, leaving comments definitely helps out. Forwarding these amazing videos on your socials definitely helps out as well. We like everyone to know about action figures, and I know many people out there just love toys. So again, if YouTube brought you here, thank you very much, YouTube, because we're going to talk toy with the Micronauts. Okay, kind of excited about this, as you can tell. Cannot wait. This is just amazing. I am just excited. You're probably going, okay, what is this all about? So, yours truly, I'm a Gen Xer, and I'm proud to say that because Generation X, we got to see some really cool toys. And when I was really, really young, I was introduced into the Micronauts here. Not these guys. The ones in the back over here, we will talk about them shortly. But again, we're talking Star Wars had come in. Micronauts were hot. Star Wars came in. That monolith just ruined everything else for everyone else. But the people who enjoy these figures definitely really liked it. So here we go. So these particular figures I have in front of you, these are from Super 7. These are the reaction figures. These do have an O-ring. They are approximately under 4 inches, so they're like 3 3/4 inches. Now these figures actually have the new O-ring process. Well, it's new for Super 7, but if you were familiar with G.I. Joe, these guys have an O-ring in them. They are very, very cool. So let's talk about it. So over here we've got Biotron, we've got Baron Karza. Now I picked these up for, I believe it was like 21 and change, and I put it on the I had to think about it here. Okay. Or that picture that comes up here on the YouTubesphere. Let me know what it's called. I can't think of the word here. But I did put it on there. So you can see, again, it's like 21 and change. But very, very cool. Again, I grew up years ago with Micronauts. And over the years, they make many homages to these guys. Let's check them out here up front. So again, Biotron, I was going to actually get a reproduction Biotron a little bit bigger. Now, the Biotron was a lot bigger. He was not 4 inches tall or 3 3/4 inches. But this is just the scale that Super 7 decided to go with. Now, these do have a lot of articulation here. Again, we've got some O-ring action here, which I didn't know how it was going to work with Biotron, but it does. Biotron had a little guy in the middle, and you can actually put a figure in there. But what a cool figure. Has his rollers over here. That's the only thing that is interchangeable. The only thing that's interchangeable with these characters are probably with G.I. Joe or maybe Black Major or Lady Lady J Toys. They might have an opportunity to able to put different backpacks in, but that's about as interchangeable as these ones go. But really, really cool. So excited. Again, I paid like 22 bucks each. Got them at the local toy store. Yes, I got them at my local toy store. Well, I had to drive there, but they had them in stock. Did not get shipped in. Could have, I'm pretty sure they're still on the website. You can definitely find these now. They are going for a seriously wacky amount of money on eBay and other stores. Or, you know, just like these just came out. But again, that's the whole nostalgia piece. All right, here we go. We got Baron Karza over here. He is really, really cool. Lots of articulation with this one. Again, this particular this particular figure has the swivel grip over here. Let's actually get my little pointer out here to point it out. So the swivel grip is over in here. He does have a lot of articulation. As we can see, there are some rivets in here, very reminiscent of the G.I. Joe figures. So these are G.I. Joe compatible. So if you've ever wanted to do a crossover with G.I. Joe and the Micronauts, where the Micronauts are actually the same size of G.I. Joe, these would definitely be really cool. Again, really cool. I'd say you want to put them with your Star Wars figures, you can. Any sci-fi figures, you can put them with your anime stuff. And again, these have the O-rings in here, so they've got that rubber band that goes in here that connects the torso with the bottom here. But what a cool figure. Now in the background, I actually have a, is it vintage? I think it's vintage. It's a Palisades version. Mego was the first ones in the United States to show the Micronauts off. It was Takara who actually had them. Takara did continue on with the Micronauts, but they called them, I think it was Micro Men over in Takara, over in Japan. Takara has its own little world here. But again, when I was a kid, this was everything to me. It was so new. It was so amazing. It was just something I just had to have. So in front of him, the Baron Karza, this is actually my reproduction Palisade toy version. I'm rolling my eyes because when they made these figures, the Palisade toys for the reproductions, they tried to use the original molds, and their plastic was inferior to what was made years ago, you know. But again, they broke apart. I was really, really disappointed with the Palisade versions because, I mean, they really tried to. So the Palisade ones over here, I'm going to try to move Karza. Again, it was a reproduction. I'm going to put my Super 7 one over here. But as you can see, oh, you know, you probably want to know the scale of it. You're like, how tall is this guy? All right, so approximately he's under 7 inches, or like 6.5 inches. Now, the cool thing with Micronauts, you could interchange them with other ones, and that was the whole gimmick for them, was the interchangeability. But these ones today do not have that. So we'll talk about that in a second. All right, let's take a look at the card art. I think the card art is really, really awesome. Definitely spot on with that Micronaut symbol. Again, it has a 70s flair, which is really, really cool. Now, notice something I wound up noticing. If you do not remove the blister, there's a guy over here looking at Baron Karza. Interesting. Who could this be? Could be a time traveler. Could be a galactic defender. But yeah, I love the artwork here. Now, this is the first time we actually get to have Baron Karza with, you can put something in his hands, but here are the figures on the back of it. Now, this comes with a, I gotta think here, the bio feature cards. Now, this was more reminiscent of Transformers. So pause the video if you want to learn more about Baron Karza. And again, here are all the legals in here. Again, we've got the Hasbro symbol. So they had, Super 7 had to have gotten the rights to do this with Hasbro, which is really cool. Oh gosh, this definitely feels like it was the packaging, very similar to the packaging. But anyway, getting back to the whole Palisades. Palisades tried to do reproductions of the Micronauts, and in my humble opinion, they failed miserably because the plastic that they used just was not working. All right, here is the card art for Biotron. Looks really awesome. Again, whoever did this, the artist, thank you so much. And again, look, in the background, we have a hidden character. So if you've not removed that blister card, you wouldn't have known that. And I was like, hey, I wonder, I'm pretty sure, and again, I don't know 100%, but if Super 7 doesn't continue on with the Micronaut line, they've got to be fools because, again, people are buying these. These are really, really awesome. Again, if you were a fan of the Micronauts, and I get it. All right, pause the video if you need to learn more about Biotron, and I totally get it. You know, these do not look like the originals, and, you know, they have the feel, but to get a Micronaut for 20 bucks at this stage in 2025 is, again, to be desired, inexpensive. So we have, I believe this is Andromeda. Now this is the Palisades version. Again, this is not there's not a lot of metal on this. It's more plastic, and I'm pretty sure the horse had some metal on it. But yeah, this is Karza's horse as far as I know. All right, so again, over the years, yours truly has been finding some figures that were were homages. So over here, we have the Glyos figure that was an homage to Biotron. Had to pick it up because I never thought they'd actually make it. And then I wound up getting one of these. And they're going to look really cool together. Very excited about that. Speaking of homages from Glyos, I believe this was Knights of the Slice. So you can definitely tell where they were going with this. The homages to, I believe it's the Pharoid. So really cool. These figures, the Knights of the Slice ones, you know, with the metallic looking face over here. And what is it? The Tamp, I can't remember. I think in here, the plastic over it, and plastic, but the coloring on here, I think that was a Tamp, something like that. Tamp, I can't remember what it's called. But again, really cool figure, very much awesome to that. All right, we're just kind of going through some of these. When I was, again, a kid, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to move Baron Karza over because he falls apart. He's got magnetics to him. His hand goes flying all over the place. This will probably be the last time I show him on here because it's a pain to put this guy together. Very heavy. He's got magnets on here, but, you know, a cool figure nonetheless. I got him in the collection, and I'm going to probably put him, you know, and store him away because he's not really sturdy. All right, let's move some figures over here. Let's get closer. All right, so again, most of these figures over here are reproductions. So, again, when I was a kid, this is what we had, the old ferret. I love this. This is how I got introduced into one of the figures that I got introduced. Now, the cool thing about this sarcophagus, or is that what is it sarcophagus? I think so. Is that they had these little guys in here. Here we go. Here's the Pharoid. Again, the Micronauts, very cool. And he's got, you know, they got the rivets on here. They've got that metallic face. And that's what made them really, really cool. And yes, this part over here in the chest, this actually does glow in the dark. And we could do a blacklight reactivity test on them. Now, they did make some other characters. I believe this is a Microman one, and I'm not sure. Speaking of Microman, you can definitely see how this is kind of like what I remembered as a kid having these characters. See if we can put him on here. Again, Microman, look them up. They can be a little bit on the pricier side, but they are very cool indeed. All right, this is from Fresh Monkey Fiction. These are called the Hidden. Now, the Hidden, I've done a video on this before, but again, you can definitely see how they were an homage to the Micronauts. Very cool. And they definitely, for me, in my humble opinion, they definitely blend in very well together. All right, let's see. We have got some more of these characters over here. So this was the Lady Microman, I believe that's what it was called. And so you definitely can see. Now this was, I think this was, this particular one was, I'm pretty sure it was not Microman, but this was Microman. This was not Micronauts. So Takara. And I remember finding these and I'm like, yes, because I love these. These I thought were awesome. I'm going to put her back in here. These little capsules here. And they can go throughout time or however your imagination makes it so. Battle Tribes, another Glyos figure. Again, another homage to the Micromen Micronauts with that stamp over here. And again, the translucent look on them. Oh, these are really, really awesome. Again, these are battle tribes. Very, very cool. And you can definitely see where the homage is. That guy just took a digger. All right, good job. So again, these were the aliens over here. These are Palisade ones. I had to be very, very gentle with them because the plastic, they would fall apart. The rivets, you know, again, were very brittle. So I actually have these wrapped in bubble wrap. And if and when we get some more of these figures released in 3 3/4 inch line, I'll probably get them, and then I'll retire the Palisades figures. You know, find a spot where they will not break. At least I'm hoping they won't. And they fall over. They're not really, really sturdy, as you can tell. But they're cool as anything. Come on. I mean, like, who would have ever thought part horse, part human? Like a centaur. Very, very cool. This is where the old imagination goes haywire. And again, these are tough to display. All right. Last but not least, another one of the aliens that I had as a kid. Don't have his backpack here. But very, very cool. Very excited about that. And the homage, this is Microman. These were like the Acroyers, which I thought was one of my favorite characters. These guys are a little bit smaller, the Micromen. But again, they all kind of blend in together. And like as I promised, we're going to do dark mode for the figures, because that's what I do here on the Dark Cosmic Universe. And one of my lights is playing and acting up with me, so I have to do the manual on this one. Not sure what's going on with the light, but we will definitely do that again. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we've got some black light reactivity, as you can tell. The Micromen, the Glyos figures, even the Super 7 figures, very cool, starting to show up. Even the Palisade toy figures, the alien characters, their brains are just lighting up, which is pretty awesome. These are cool. Again, the Glyos figure over here, the Knights of the Slice, they're glowing, are actually having black light reactivity. There are some glow features with some of these figures, but yeah, they are very, very cool. All right, lights are back on. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And again, as a kid, I loved the Micronauts. You know, again, the cool thing is you could, you know, interact them with other characters. They definitely had they had that look of, you know, space and inner space. And, you know, you could put them with their Star Wars figures, which is really cool. I'm going to just back this up a little bit so everyone can kind of just see. But yeah, so if you're interested in the Micronaut figures, you're starting to, you know, want to collect. Again, they can be very, very, very pricey. Again, you're looking for keywords are Micronauts. You're looking for Micromen. You're looking for Micros, M-I-K-R-O-S. Those are expensive. So those are the Micros are over here. These are the toy, I didn't think of this one. The Slice, Knights of the Slice, so the Glyos figures. But, you know, again, Microman, here's a Microman over here. See how they do go really, really well together. Now, Karza is a little bit shorter than the others, but, you know, I really don't care, because for me, it's just part of the collection, and, you know, able to, you know, put them and display them, look really, really nice. Am I going to play with them? Probably not, because most of these figures, except for the more modern ones, probably this one, these, nope. Probably these. So that's the Fresh Monkey Fiction, the Glyos. Those ones are going to be a little bit more tougher, but you don't want, you know, again, it's up to you how you pose them. And again, just be very careful, because even PVC plastic will break. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I went a little bit longer than I thought I would, but I just wanted to display some of the characters. And going back, so Biotron over here is currently up for grabs. We've got Baron Karza. Looked really cool. If you are interested and you want to get the reproductions of the Palisade ones, I am going to forewarn you because they do break. They look really cool. However, they are not durable as you think they would. Maybe down the road, someone will, decide to just make a brand new sculpting process to make Micronauts as the size they should be. However, these are some of your Micronaut alternative choices there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, thank you guys very, very much. I know everyone's like, thought you were going to do a Minecraft video. Got you covered coming up soon. But we got other toys to talk about here on the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you again for checking out the channel. So appreciate it. Thank you for leaving comments. Thank you for messaging me. So appreciate that as well. So to all my Dark Cosmic family out there, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, but you should. That's kind of the cool thing to do. Definitely hit the subscribe button, and you're a part of the Dark Cosmic Universe. Who are my Dark Cosmic Universe fans out there? My family. They're my Cosmic Cosmonauts, my Cosmic Comrades, my Insane Toy Collectors, my Dark Cosmic Pokemon Collectors as well. And of course, yes, my Cosmic Collectors as well. That's what I had to think. What do I say? Say it loud and proud. From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, there is the Dark Cosmic Universe here on the YouTubeosphere. Again, we are talking Micronauts, we are talking Micromen, we are talking reproduction Micronaut figures. Stay away from the Palisade ones, I'm going to say it. We got the Glyos figures. Those ones are pretty decent. Again, but more of these figures are going up in value, so don't get sticker shock when you try to acquire these for your purchase. Again, you might be lucky enough to go to a thrift store or go to a flea market and find these. So at least you know what you're looking for. They can cost a pretty penny, so don't be sticker shocked out there. But if you really want to pursue these in your collection, I say yes, definitely do it. And if you want to start with the Karza over here and the Biotron, definitely a good starting point for anyone's collection. That's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. What do I say? Thank you again. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting all those action figures. Come on back here to the YouTubeosphere, better known as YouTube, the Avian Savage channel. More surprises on the way. Definitely stay tuned. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. We will definitely see you cosmically soon.